The Dallas Cowboys are facing a decision that could make or break their franchise for years to come, and it all comes down to three players: Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons. These three stars are all in line for massive contract extensions, but the Cowboys may not be able to keep them all. Reports are coming out that the team is prioritizing Prescott over Lamb and Parsons, but is that the right move? In this video, we'll dive deep into the Cowboys' contract dilemma and explore what it could mean for the future of America's team. You won't want to miss this, so make sure to like and subscribe for all the latest updates. Let's get into it. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. This news comes from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, who spoke to sources around the league about the Cowboys' plans. Fowler reports that the Cowboys have already reached out to Prescott's representatives to let them know that he's their top priority this offseason. However, Fowler also notes that there hasn't been much progress in terms of actual dollars and cents, describing the Cowboys' efforts so far as passive. So why are the Cowboys so focused on Prescott? Well, it all comes down to the current state of the quarterback market in the NFL. This offseason, we've already seen massive extensions handed out to the likes of Jared Goff and Trevor Lawrence. Goff, who was traded from the Los Angeles Rams to the Detroit Lions last year, signed a 4-year, $134 million extension with $110 million in guarantees. Lawrence, meanwhile, inked a 5-year, $262 million extension with the Jacksonville Jaguars, including $95 million, fully guaranteed. Those deals have set the market for quarterbacks, and they've put pressure on teams like the Cowboys to get their own signal callers locked up long-term. Prescott is currently set to play out the final year of his contract in 2024, with a cap hit of $49.1 million. If the Cowboys let him play out that deal without an extension, they risk losing him to free agency next offseason. But Prescott isn't the only Cowboys player in line for a big payday. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is coming off a breakout season in which he caught 107 passes for 1,359 yards and 9 touchdowns. He's entering the final year of his rookie contract and is due for a massive extension of his own. The same goes for linebacker Micah Parsons, who has quickly established himself as one of the best defensive players in the league. Parsons recorded 5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles last season, earning first-team All-Pro honors in just his second year in the league. The Cowboys would love to keep all three players in Dallas for the long haul, but the reality is that they may not be able to afford to do so. The salary cap is a harsh mistress, and the Cowboys are already up against it with Prescott's current deal on the books. If they give Prescott a new deal with a lower cap hit in 2024, it could free up some space to work on extensions for Lamb and Parsons. But if they wait too long, they risk losing one or both players to free agency. It's a delicate balancing act, and one that the Cowboys will have to navigate carefully in the coming months. On the one hand, Prescott is the face of the franchise and the team's unquestioned leader. He's coming off a season in which he threw for 4,467 yards and 37 touchdowns, leading the Cowboys to a 12-5 record and a playoff berth. Losing him would be a massive blow to the team's chances of competing in the tough NFC East. On the other hand, Lamb and Parsons are two of the most exciting young players in the league, and losing either of them would be a tough pill to swallow for Cowboys fans. Lamb has quickly emerged as one of the best receivers in the game, with his combination of size, speed, and route running ability making him a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses. Parsons, meanwhile, is a game wrecker on defense, with his ability to rush the passer and make plays in the backfield, making him a key cog in the Cowboys' defensive machine. The Cowboys' decision to prioritize Prescott's extension over Lamb and Parsons is a calculated risk. They're betting that they can get a deal done with their quarterback quickly, freeing up cap space to work on extensions for their other stars. But if negotiations with Prescott drag on, or if other teams swoop in with big offers for Lamb or Parsons, the Cowboys could find themselves in a tough spot. It's worth noting that the Cowboys aren't the only team facing tough decisions when it comes to contract extensions. The Cincinnati Bengals are currently working on a new deal for quarterback Joe Burrow, while the Los Angeles Chargers are trying to lock up quarterback Justin Herbert long-term. The Miami Dolphins, meanwhile, are reportedly prioritizing a new deal for quarterback Tua Tagovailoa over extensions for other key players, like wide receiver Jalen Waddle and defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. These decisions are never easy, and they often come down to a combination of factors like cap space, player performance, and team needs. In the Cowboys' case, they seem to have decided that Prescott is the key to their success, and that getting him locked up long-term is their top priority. Of course, this is all just speculation at this point. Until the ink is dry on a new contract, anything can happen. The Cowboys could change course and decide to prioritize Lamb or Parsons instead. Or they could find a way to get all three players locked up to new deals, ensuring that their core stays together for years to come. Regardless of how it all plays out, one thing is clear: the pressure is on in Dallas. The Cowboys have one of the most talented rosters in the league, but they haven't been able to get over the hump in the playoffs in recent years. If they want to take the next step and compete for a Super Bowl, they'll need to keep their core players together and build around them. That starts with Prescott, who has established himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the league when healthy. If the Cowboys can get him locked up to a new deal that keeps him in Dallas for the long haul, it would be a massive win for the franchise. But they can't afford to neglect their other stars in the process. It's a delicate balance, but it's one that the Cowboys will have to strike if they want to remain competitive in the always tough NFC East. With the Philadelphia Eagles coming off a Super Bowl appearance and the New York Giants and Washington Commanders both looking to take a step forward this season, the Cowboys can't afford to take their foot off the gas. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on the situation in Dallas as it develops. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for all the latest news and analysis from around the NFL. And let us know what you think in the comments below. Should the Cowboys prioritize Prescott's extension over Lamb and Parsons? Or should they be working to keep all three players in Dallas for the long haul? Until next time, thanks for watching.